it like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Don't you try to save your game, you'll lose your progress. A crippling game bug. What the fuck were we thinking? DuckTales, woo! Replay entire portions of the game now, DuckTales, woo! Oops, we fucked up, didn't test it enough, DuckTales. It's frustrating replaying stages. We never fixed it after ages. Our testers sat on their asses, DuckTales. Woohoo! Maybe next time we'll actually do our jobs, DuckTales. Woohoo! No, you faking, waste your time playing Transylvania. Woohoo! Oh, doo 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 doo. Fuck you, Phil. Just replay the stage now, DuckTales. Fuck you!
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked. And you are done. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
PayPal is a network of interconnected banking institutions that use a magnetic striped receptacle digitally online to transfer funds from one entity to another in a legal and monitored capacity. It is reported to the IRS.
I am Phil. Phil, I am.
Tiger, tiger.
Remember? I said I was going to start calling myself that
tiger,
on the regular about like 4 years ago, and then I never did it. I forgot about it. So welcome, everyone. Welcome
Do you want to
to
play
my
the
marathon
fucking game?
stream.
Ziggy Piggy's back.
Yes, my friends. Today will be a fun and glorious day. I hope that you're all ready for a full day of game streaming and a full day of Microsoft Game Pass.
Not day.
Since receiving
Not
my
dead.
Xbox Series X
Still not
several
fucking
weeks ago,
dead.
I have planned on doing more and more content under Microsoft Game Pass. And over the course of the last week, I have partaken in many different games from the horn of plenty that is Game Pass Ultimate. I've played shooters, I've played Battle Royale, I've played narrative-based choose-your-own-adventure style games.
What
I've
do I
played
do?
supernatural spooky games. I've played flight simulators,
If I could get down on my
and I've
hands and
smashed
knees
the
and say thank
brains
you and
in
still be on camera,
rat
I would do it.
mutation monsters.
What-
I've done
what
all
do
these
I
things.
do?
And it's been a fun ride this last week or so that I've been trying out various new things under Game Pass. And as of a couple nights ago, it is official that I am moving forward now through the rest of the summer with all new content. I am no longer doing these kind of like lingering playthroughs in games like Fallout. Excuse me, not Fallout. Mass Effect 3, Danganronpa. These are all completed, okay, which is great because people were definitely craving to see me do new stuff under Game Pass on my Series X. So, that being said, my friends, I hope that you guys are in a good mood, and I hope that you guys are excited for a fun marathon today. I would like to say thanks in advance to everyone who's going to chill with me all day long, because unlike a normal stream where it would be 2 segments of 2 very specific games. Today it's going to be a plethora, a variety of stuff that I'm going to be checking out, okay? And I'm excited for that. I hope that you guys will join me over the course of today. And even if you're not interested in every single game that I play, know that if you stop in from time to time, you're going to see that the game rotation is going to change over the course of today. All right? Now, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about that. What games are absolutely a lock for today? Well, I feel that my return to PUBG the other day, people really enjoyed it because it was something very different. I haven't played Battle Royale in a very long time. And the fact that PUBG actually works properly on the Xbox Series X was like mind-blowing. Because I played that game pretty much at length, 6+ months on the Xbox One. And man, it was terrible. It ran like crap, right? So to actually see the game performing how it's supposed to on like a PC is, interesting for sure. And when I play PUBG, it's fun because the first, 20 minutes of each match, I'm basically running around gathering resources, so I have the opportunity to interact and talk with you guys. And then the rest of the match, actually finding people, shooting them, and trying to survive can get pretty suspenseful, okay? So that's definitely what I want to play today. I hate my job. The Medium. The game that came out in January, it was an Xbox Series S, X, and PC exclusive, so I had no opportunity to play it over the course of this year. Finally, just playing the first hour, I was hooked. The plot's interesting, the graphics are very good, creepy aura, great, music and everything, and I'm very excited
I want to
continue on with that game today. So I hope that you guys will enjoy it when I will play probably about another hour of that today, okay? In addition to that,
Thanks for the money,
tried out the
stupid
Halo
fuck.
Master Chief Collection in a multiplayer capacity, and I had a ton of fun with it. Just playing it for like that 40 minutes or so that I played it, I really had a good time with it. And I hope that you guys are excited that I'm going to probably play that on and off for the next couple of months until we get to Halo Infinite, which is releasing in November, December. I can't remember exactly when. But it's a good lead-in because I haven't played Halo in so many years, so to actually get kind of re-immersed in that universe is going to be pretty neat, and I'm going to do that for some of the stream today as well. Okay? So those are the things that are kind of a lock for the stream. Now, other possibilities for today. I mean, there's so many different games that I could play. I could go back to Grounded, which is this survival-style game where it's basically like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where you're shrunken down and you're trying to survive in a yard. And I played that for like maybe 20 minutes, and I really enjoyed it. But I would definitely like to maybe dive back in and play more of that. Or we could check out Warhammer Vermintide 2, which is now actually downloaded to my Xbox Series X in full. Jump online, do some co-op with players, and see how far we can get with that. We can continue on with the narrative-based game Last Stop, which we started up last time around that I was playing Game Pass stuff, and it kind of was very intriguing. 3 different people with their own unique stories that are intertwining in this kind of like supernatural plot line. We could continue on with maybe another hour of that, okay? Or other stuff, there's other things, the Ascent and stuff. What I'm going to probably do is, we'll probably start off today with one of the games that I've already established I'm going to play. And then what I'll do is do a poll of what game you guys would like to see next. And maybe what I'll do is I'll alternate between. So let's say, and this is just a hypothetical, let's say we start today with Halo. So I play that for like an hour, hour and a half, then we do a poll, what game do you want to see next out of the games that are available? You guys vote, boom, that's the next game, play it for like an hour. Then we maybe jump in and we do The Medium. Then we do another poll for the next game, and then maybe we finish with PUBG. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is have that alternation of the games that I'm gonna do, and then you guys kind of voting on the other games that'll be in between said games. Okay? So, good stuff, and I'm excited for today. I think it's going to be a good variety stream. Now, in addition, today is the next episode of Feasting with the King. Yes. This is the new show that I debuted last month after kind of brainstorming something new that I could do during the last marathon. What we're going to do is once this pre-stream is completed, all right, we are going to sit down before I even play any game, and we're going to go into the menu of Sonic fast food restaurants, and we're going to order food that will be delivered later today. I'll roughly around probably like 4 p.m.-ish. That's usually when I eat dinner and I get hungry. And when it gets delivered, we're going to do a live episode of Feasting with the King, where essentially I have a meal with you guys. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably order one of their sandwiches. We'll probably order a style of hot dog, maybe a side, and then a drink.
Well, it's
you know,
we'll
we'll order 4 different items.
Because of the virus.
And
Wrong.
the show will basically be me trying all 4 of those things, eating, talking with you guys, interacting, answering your questions, you know. Last time around I did it with an Indian restaurant. It went really well. You guys absolutely loved it. You've been voting over the last few days, and you voted that you want to see Sonic food. So that's what you're going to see on the stream today. Okay? So, good stuff. And I'm excited for this. I hope you are too. It should be a good variety stream day. All right? So, the stream will be starting. Like I said, right after this pre-stream, we'll do the ordering, excuse me, of the food. All right? And then after that, we'll jump into some games. This stream will be running roughly until between 7 and 8 p.m. tonight, Pacific time. So, you know, it just started about half an hour ago. So we're talking this stream will be running essentially like, you know, 8, 9, 10 hours, depending on how things go, how tired I get, you know, how interested you guys are in the games from Game Pass and the like. I'm predicting this stream will probably be pretty good only because of the variety of stuff. Even if something ends up kind of being boring, it's easy to just switch to the next thing and get people re-excited about what I'm doing, you know? So I am excited for that. And in addition,
thanks for the money, stupid
this is actually the very first time I'm doing a marathon.
If he gets bacon on his burger today, I'm going to report him for cannibalism.
Which has been very comfortable over the course of the last few days that I've been using it. Lumbar support, back support. And so, unlike when I usually do a marathon and about halfway through I'm kind of feeling, oh God, man, you know, I don't feel too good because I'm sitting in this chair all day. This one, I maybe won't feel as fatigued because this chair has such good support and everything. You know, that's right. The captain's chair, as I like to call it. I've definitely enjoyed this chair so far. Having it has been an eye-opening experience. It really has, because keep in mind, I've been doing this for 13 years. No exaggeration, okay? And during that time frame, I've never actually had any kind of an ergonomic seating arrangement, nor anything that was very comfortable. I used to sit on a brown couch that was all like puffy cushioning, but no support at all. Then I sat on a love seat for 6+ years that originally had some support, and then the cushions wore out and it was sunken in. And then then I had this, you know, computer chair that was supposed to be a gamer chair, and that thing is a joke. It's so hilarious because I'm sitting in this chair right now. Okay? I'm sitting in this chair right here, and it's got this big lumbar cushion that's thick, and it's seriously like I'm not leaning back. My back isn't even touching the chair, and the lumbar already is pushing on my lower back.
Thanks for the money,
just sitting here upright. Okay.
He has been eating dinner at 4 daily since moving to Renton.
Gaming chair,
He eats at 4 because he used to eat at 7 and quart, and he doesn't want to throw his body
it's
off.
It's a piece of shit. That chair is a joke. It probably takes $20 to make that chair, and they sell it for hundreds. You know, it's a ripoff. Anything that's marketed as like, oh, a gaming chair for a gamer and use this code to buy the chair, they're all scams, okay? So finally having a chair that has the support I need is going to be, you know, like I really feel like I will be more refreshed during this stream than any other marathon stream I've ever done before, only because I'm not going to be fatigued and have muscle pain.
Thanks for the money,
sitting
stupid
around all
fuck.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Tig Card is
Now, by
bragging
the
about
way,
his new
I'm not
crafting
saying that
chair
we're
that
not
a
taking
fan
breaks.
donated.
I will absolutely be
Great
taking some
content,
breaks.
Phil.
Likely, we'll take a break around the usual time, around 2 p.m.-ish. And it won't be a long break, by the way. Okay? It'll basically be a break where I'll just kind of stretch my legs and walk around for a few minutes. It's not going to be anything lengthy. The major break is going to be when we do Feasting with the King, when I'll go down and I'll probably use the bathroom and the food will arrive and I'll grab it and everything and all of that. Okay, so there will be a longer break, probably around 20-25 minutes later on in the day. But for the most part, this is going to be constant content, you know, good stuff. And I hope that you guys will enjoy the stream. And again, even if you can't be here for the whole marathon, it's cool. Drop in when you can. You'll likely, every time you drop in, I'm going to be doing something completely different. And if you can't watch the whole marathon, it's always going to be available on demand right here on DSP Gaming after the marathon ends. Now, One thing that I want to completely clarify up front, and I will do this with the camera on so that you guys understand, okay? Hold on. I want to be very transparent about what's going on today and over the coming week, all right? I'm going to be 100% transparent with all of you. So allow me to resize this camera about 14 times so I can actually fit on the screen to explain. Okay, here we go. Okay. So here's the deal, all right? This marathon is not specifically a fundraising event. It's not. Last month when I did a marathon, it absolutely was. That was almost like an emergency event to raise funds to pay my bills for that month, okay? This stream is not that. This is a reward stream. I'm rewarding the viewers because we hit a milestone for total memberships in the month of July, and I'm very grateful for that. Every day we seem to be hitting another new milestone for the total number of members that we have on this channel on YouTube, okay? Here's what's going on, very matter-of-factly, all right? I basically, the first half of every month, put every single dollar that I raise towards paying my bills from what I make on the streams, including things such as my condo dues, my internet bill, my mortgage payment, my utility bills, including that's gas, water, and electric, and all of that. And all of that stuff is due before I get paid by YouTube, which happens once a month on the 21st of the month, okay? So, very matter-of-factly, everything that's been going on the last few days, today, and the next week, any money that I raise on streams via tips is going to pay, smack my microphone, is going to pay those bills directly, okay? Now, here's the thing. Dependent on how things go today, how they go over the next week will determine, gee, did I raise enough to actually be in the clear for everything? I'll be honest, it's going to be tight. You know, I have a set goal for every stream, and by the way, I don't think I have it on here right now, do I? There we go. I have a set goal in place for every stream, okay? Today, you'll see the goal is $300. Why is that? Because today I'm not doing two separate gameplay streams. I'm only doing this one marathon stream. Normally, each separate stream would be a $150 tips goal. So I just combine that, and okay, the total goal for today is $300. Get it? So it's just like, basically, it's like a normal day, okay? But, recently, if you haven't noticed, some of the streams didn't do so hot. The other day, I did a Mass Effect 3 stream that raised $7. $7, okay? Some streams do really good. Yesterday's Fallout New Vegas stream was well over $200. So it kind of goes up and down and fluctuates depending on what game I'm playing and the circumstances, all right? In general, if I were hitting the tips goals roughly almost every stream, let's say, I don't know, 4 times out of 5, I'd be fine. But the thing is, it's going like this, and therefore, it's been very hard to me to gauge, gee, how much am I making, and am I making enough to pay my bills and stuff? This is a whole new world for me, because I used to get 2 payments a month. It used to be one major payment from Twitch around the 15th, and then another major payment from YouTube around the 21st, and between those 2 payments, I was able to pay everything pretty much the whole month, with the exception of sometimes it was really tight early on in the month. That first week of the month usually is a really tight time for me, okay? So why am I telling you this? Because already I've had people ask me, is this a fundraising stream? How much are you looking to raise? Blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. If I do well on today's stream and we hit this tips goal, that's good. If tomorrow on my gameplay streams I hit the tips goals, that's good. And if I hit the tips goal like every day, I should be fine. I should, you know, we don't need to do a crazy fundraising event or anything like that. We'd be good. The problem is, it's not really like that. It's basically like one day I do really well, and the next day, oh, it's slow. And so because of that, up and down, it's pretty much impossible to gauge. So here's the deal. In the next week, okay, in fact, in the next few days, I have condo dues and internet bills that are due. All right? Then, just a few days after that, my mortgage is due on the 15th. My mortgage is a very high payment, let me tell you. So I can't tell you right now, oh, gee, I'm in the clear or I'm not in the clear, because I don't know. I won't know until we see how today goes and we see how the rest of the week goes. I don't want to be dishonest with you guys and be like, oh, I'm good. This is not a fundraising stream. Don't worry about it. And then 2 days later, oh, well, everything went slow, so now I need your help. I want to be transparent with you about this, okay? So it's this simple, all right? Depending on how things go every day, that determines how I'm doing, and that determines, you know, if I'll be able to afford everything and the like, okay? Very matter-of-factly, 2 bills coming up in the next few days, and then after those, I got to pay my mortgage on the 15th. So let's say, for example, this week goes good and I hit the tips goals every stream, business as usual. But let's say, for example, some of the streams this week end up being real slow for some reason, and I'm making like nothing. I'm not hitting tips goals. Then I likely will have to do some kind of a special event next weekend. And I was already looking at next weekend, and I'm like, oh, a week from today would be the 14th, the day before the mortgage is due. So if I need to, next Saturday I can do a marathon that is a fundraiser event, and likely what we'll probably do is either pick one of the Game Pass games you guys want to see a lot of, or we'll just do Fallout again. And in that case, if we're doing Fallout, we could probably get really far and get near the end of the game, because at this point we got 2 DLCs and then a little bit of endgame content, and that's the end of the game. So we're getting very close to the conclusion, and after playing a couple more Fallout streams this week, likely we'll be even closer, you see? So let's see what happens over the course of today, over the course of the next few days in streams. If things go great and we hit the tips goals every stream, then there's nothing to worry about at all. But let's say it starts being like Wednesday, Thursday, and all of a sudden a bunch of days I didn't hit the goals, a bunch of streams, I'm way low. I might have to do like a last-minute special event to try to raise some funds on Saturday next week to pay my mortgage on Sunday. It's just that simple. Like, there's nothing else I could do about it. It would just be the situation I'm in, okay? Now, that being said, today we have this goal, right? I would love to hit, I can't even point to it. There it is. $300. I would love to hit that goal because, again, that's normally what I would raise in a normal day, or try to raise in a normal day. I don't always raise that, but it would be spectacular if we could hit that today. If we exceed that today, that puts me in a much better position. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people say, oh, we hit the goal, it's all good. But here's the thing. I'm doing a special marathon. People will be amped and pumped. They'll want to support, right? Today would be a good day. Oh, man, maybe I want to support Phil and I haven't in a while. Great. Thank you in advance. That would be spectacular if you did, because the higher we go puts pressure off of me for the next week. You see what I'm saying? So if today was a day when you wanted to support the channel and rally and you know, make a big outstanding amount, great. That's great. And I would be very grateful for that if it happened. I'm not saying it has to. And I'm certainly, again, when I talk about this stuff, I tell you, don't go beyond your means. Don't ever go crazy. I don't want anyone who is in a position where, oh, I can't really afford to support anyone right now on the internet, any content creators, then don't. It's fine. I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying, if you like the content, you know that I'm a crowdfunded guy. You know that my living is based off of you guys funding this stream. You know that. So support it if you can and if you want to. Thank you in advance. And it's that simple, okay? Let's see how today goes. If by the end of today we've hit the goal, great. That's good news, spectacular, thanks. If we exceeded the goal, wow, awesome. That's amazing. If we don't hit the goal, oh, well, now things are kind of nervous for the next week, and I got to see how I do on the streams, and we may have to do some kind of a marathon special fundraiser next weekend on Saturday, okay? I'm just trying to be as transparent with you guys as possible. I hope that this makes sense. And, the thing is, a lot of people say that, oh, Phil, why do you talk about this stuff? Because I'm honest. Because I'm honest. Anyone else, so most other content creators aren't in the position I'm in, and thank God that they're not. Since I got kicked out of Twitch and their partner program, this is the situation I'm in every month, where the first 2 weeks, it sucks. Things are incredibly tight because I've only got that one payment that I get from YouTube. And by the way, some people say, where does your money go from YouTube when you get it? Immediately pays the taxes, back taxes. This last month I had to pay the state taxes as well. So there are 3 big tax payments I had to do. Plus all my month-end bills, like my health insurance and stuff like that. What else did it pay? My cell phone bill, my car insurance bill, my homeowner's insurance bill. And what else? I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. All that stuff gets due near the end of the month. So as soon as that YouTube payment comes in, I'm not even kidding, 80%, 85% of it, gone. And then whatever's left, I use to help pay off all the stuff moving forward in the first week of the month, which isn't a lot because, it's almost all gone. So then I rely on tips to pay for everything else, Now, here's the thing. Long term, things are going to get better. And here's why. Take a look at the number of members. It's gone up, right? Super chats, they've been good. Super chats have been going up. And right now, since we're now in a situation where I'm going to be playing constant new games, new releases, starting the second half of August, all September, all October, all November, busiest time of the year for gaming, I get the feeling we're going to have more people on the streams. We're going to have more people becoming members who maybe hadn't previously. We're going to have people supporting who hadn't. And that's cool, because essentially it's going to feel more like it did back when we were on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? We were on Twitch. That was always a constant. There was always subscriptions, gifted subscriptions, Prime subscriptions, cheering, and all of that. And it was all just behind the scenes, and it added up. You may not realize it, but, you know, people used to do those very small cheers. They added up. They really did. They added up, and you wouldn't realize it, but behind the scenes, that was a significant source of income for me every month. That's gone. You know, it just went away overnight. Zoop! Because Twitch did what they did to me. So I feel that over the next few months, things will build up and get better. But we have to get to that point, which is why right now things are so tight. And every single month early on, this kind of happens because there's nothing I can do about it. We have to get to that point before. And then once I'm at that point, I don't have to worry about this anymore. I can say, hey, I'm making the same I was making on Twitch now on YouTube. And therefore, we don't have to worry about having this tight situation every month, the first couple of weeks, for me to afford my stuff and pay my mortgage and the like. You know, I don't like bringing this up. I just don't. I just don't. So I hope that you guys understand that. And that's, again, this is me being transparent with all of you. This was not a special event put together as a fundraiser. It never was. This was a reward event because we hit a membership goal last month. If we end up hitting fundraising goals, that's great. That'll help out tremendously, and it'll take some pressure off for the next week. If we don't do well over the course of the next week, then there's more pressure on next weekend doing like a marathon fundraiser, maybe a fallout in order to pay my mortgage and stuff, okay? This is just what's going on behind the scenes and what's happening, so I hope this makes sense to all of you, okay? Does that sound good? Does it make sense? I hope so. If you have any questions, feel free to toss them my way. I'm more than happy to answer. But again, you know, I don't want any misconceptions about today. You have people coming in. I don't understand. Is this a fundraiser like last month's marathon? Why is the tips goal $300? Is that high or low? I'm just trying to be transparent with you guys, all right? I hope all this makes sense. All right, now, let's talk about the schedule for the next week because it is very unique. Now that we have completed, all right, now that we have completed all of the lingering crap, all right? All right, so Gabe Horn is awesome. Holy crap. Now that we have completed all the lingering crap, it is now time to do new stuff
for the
all
money,
week long,
stupid
and I'm
fuck.
excited for that. All right?
Good job, Phil. You just admitted you were lying on Twitch
Let's
when
talk.
you said you couldn't pay
Tomorrow,
your bills.
Sunday, August 8th, we're continuing on with Fallout New Vegas on the first stream. Very excited for that. I'm doing follower missions, and then once we finish up with those initial follower missions, we're jumping